Hey everybody, I'm Brett Curtis with YWAM Ships in Kona, and I'm here to give you a little briefing about what life's going to be like when you get to Papua New Guinea on board our ship. It's called the Pacific Link. It's got 50 people on board, and you've got three types of crew. You got medical crew, you got marine crew, and the biggest chunk is all of the general volunteers that make the mission work. So what's a day look like in the life of your team if you're coming to the Pacific Link? It's about a 2-day trip to get there. You'll probably fly into Sydney or Brisbane and bounce up to Port Moresby and over to where the ship is, and you'll get there in time. And so the very next day, first off, you get on board and they show you where your cabins are. They're all dorm style cabins, and then in the morning when you get up, your first day on the job, you're going to get an orientation. You'll get a safety orientation about what to do if there's an issue, and then you're going to get your specific role, your job, like break into your departments, and then you'll be told what to do. So if you're a general volunteer and you're going to be a part of the clinics ashore or working in another part, you're going to be told exactly what to do. So the next morning, here's typically what happens. You get up around 7, you have breakfast together, and then around 8 o'clock or so we'll have a team meeting for about 30 minutes or so to get everybody on the same page, both the crew that will stay on board the ship as well as you who will be leaving. If you're at an island or up a river, or even if you're in the town like Kimbe, we'll all depart around 8:30 or so, make our way to a village, and at that point we set up. And in the village, here's what we do. We are primarily going to use health care and education and training to open the door for the gospel. And so when you get to set up the dental chairs or the immunization stations, or you're doing surgeries on board the ship back in the port, all of that has a very well thought out plan in the clinic. And so if you're not medical, you're going to be doing things like, shuffling people around, setting things up, maybe going to run to get some medicines, or you're going to be sharing the Jesus film. But all throughout the day, there's going to be huge opportunity, because there'll be, depending on the day, 200, 300, 400 people waiting in line for the dentist, or waiting in line for the doctor, and they are wide open to hear about the love of the Lord. When you have a real issue in your life, if you're in pain, if you've never seen a dentist before and you've got a tooth full of abscesses, and you're vulnerable, you're a very tender spot right there. When there's compassion being showed to you and you're being helped, and like Jesus, he walked the earth, he helped people, he healed people, and he talked about the kingdom. Those two things, when they go together, are pretty amazing. And so there's opportunity all day long to be able to sit next to somebody, share your heart with them, play with the kids, do some, whatever you can think. Play some games. As long as you get them in conversation with you, they'll end up saying, "Where do you come from? You don't look like us. Where is that? How far away is that? And then why do you do what you're doing? You're not being paid." You can tell them that you're a volunteer. And then comes the beautiful door that opens that talks about what motivates you. It's such an easy transition. So all day long, within just a few moments, you can be talking about the kingdom, talking about Jesus, talking about things, because they get helped, and it's a free gift. And you can say, that the tooth that you just got pulled, or the free immunization that you just got for your kids, or the TB test that you just got, that was free. You didn't do anything to earn it. You didn't do anything to deserve it. And it's going to change your life, especially the eye surgeries, when someone hasn't seen for decades and they can see their family again. They get reintroduced to new members of their family, grandkids. Some lady are going to have, see their kids for the first time. That's a free gift. And it's going to change your life. Let me tell you about another gift that I want to talk about, and that's Jesus. And he is going to change your life. You didn't do anything to deserve this, and it's a free gift. It's such an easy transition, and you can do that all day long for 2 weeks and see some amazing things happen. And then we get the local pastors, and they help out with translation sometimes, and they'll help out with follow up, and it's such a cool. I wish you could see it. And if you haven't seen any of our videos, grab them because it'll show what's happened. 2 weeks ago, I was up the river and talked to this guy called Willie, who hadn't seen in 11 years, and he said, "I've got 3 grandkids I want to be introduced to when I get off my canoe back to my place." It was so cool. So you're going to get to see life impact happen during your time, and then you'll have lunch there. You're about 4 o'clock, you'll pack up, you'll come back to the ship, you'll have a good dinner, you'll have some connection and some fellowship, you'll have a good sleep. It's air conditioned, it can even be cold at night. Woo! That's in Papua New Guinea, up close to the equator. And so that's a good deal. And then in the morning, you do that again. And so for 2 weeks or 10 days, however long your trip is, you get the opportunities. We don't do this on Sunday. We go to their local churches, and they're a very Christian culture-minded culture there in Papua New Guinea. So that's going to be important to have you connect with them. It's a big family event, in fact. And so that's what a day looks like. And as long as you can come, maybe you want to do 1 cycle, maybe you want to come back every year the same cycle, maybe you want to do 2 cycles. But either way, we'd love to see you come. And I think it's a real fit for ABC, the Tascadero Bible Chapel. It's just going to fit with YWAM ships, I hope. So God bless you. We'll see you. Bye now.